Hey, what's good, guys? It's your boy Diesel from Shades and Souls, and today we're gonna have a material and a performance review of the Kobe 80 Exodus. So I heard a lot of stuff about the shoe and all that, but I still had to get it because first, it's a Kobe shoe, and second, it just looks so much of another Kobe shoe that I really love. So let's start off with the traction. This is what Nike is calling a engineered microblade traction pattern, which basically means this is a Kobe 10-ish and 80 NXE 360 traction pattern all in one. Now, in a performance standpoint, this actually worked for me. Didn't have any issues like other people did with the other colorway. I don't know if it's a colorway issue or just the structure in itself, but me personally, I never had any problem with the traction. No slippage. I didn't have to wipe it actually. But that being said, I was only playing in an indoor court, the 24. Does it pick up a lot of dust? Yes, it does. But does it still work? Yes, it does. Next is the cushion of the shoe. And Nike, they're only talking about the heel cushion, which this shoe has a zoom bag in the heel. In the forefoot, there's really no zoom bag as you would expect a Kobe shoe, but it does have Phylon. Now, what's the difference between the other Phylons that you guys are familiar with and this Phylon? Is that this Phylon is actually pretty soft. Compared to the Kyrie 3s, the PG 1s, this Phylon right here I could play with. The Kyrie 3s, the PG 1s, the reason why I'm mentioning that is because they're examples of Phylon that's really hard, and that even I couldn't walk in those. Like literally, I couldn't walk in those because of my surgically repaired foot. I had to relace the shoes because it was bothering me too much the way it was tied up right here. Alright, moving on to the upper. For the upper of the shoe, there's actually a lot of materials involved in it. The forefoot, we have a textile mesh right here, reinforced with some fuse. Going to the flex zone of the foot, we can find a ripstop material. Underneath that ripstop material is a composite fiber right here on the first set of lace loops. That is, I think, in substitute of the flywire tech that's under this lace loop right here. Moving on to the lateral side and the medial side, we have some felt material all the way to the back of the shoe. Now on the tongue, we have an open mesh material for breathability and for comfort right here. Underneath that mesh material is actually a very soft foam. And the heel counter, we have an external heel counter and an internal heel counter. Again, with the shoe that I was referring to earlier, it also has a little bit of similarities to this, and I will show you guys right after the video. And on top of the heel counter, we can find another textile material. That's with the Kobe logo shoe, and the other side is like a ABC kid stuff type of Kobe name. That's the one shit I hate about the shoe. Now, more importantly, did the upper work for me? Yes, it does. And I can't go on talk about the upper without going and talking about the midsole, because the shoe is actually constructed for it to work all as one. And let me explain that further. This is when you know shit is about to get serious. What people fail to understand is this shoe is constructed as a one-piece booty construction. What that means is if you don't get the right size, then the shoe's not gonna work. I can tell you from experience, not all shoes are made for you, okay? This shoe, I feel, is made for me. When I put on the shoe, as I've said before, I'm always a 9 on Kobe's, except for the Protros, 360s. And this time, I had to go down half a size too. And it just goes back to what I was saying. If it's not the right size for you, no, you can play around with the sizing. But if a certain size is just not for you, a certain shoe is just not for you, no matter what size you get, half size down, true to size, half size up, if it's not for you, then it's not for you. I don't even remember lacing up the 2 lace holes because the shoe already fit me well in that portion. Now in the last 2 lace holes, that one I have to tighten up or cinch up because on this part right here doesn't really feel that secure compared to how it feels down here. One reinforcement that Nike did was actually put a whole bunch of padding in the heel section, and it really feels good. The traction, I didn't have a problem with. Everybody's having a problem with the freaking forefoot having no zoom. To me, as long as it's playable, I'll play with it, which is what this one was. It just so happens that when I play in these, zoom's supposed to make you feel explosive. Well, this shoe is supposed to make you feel fast. I guess that's from my opinion. And when I say it makes you feel fast, that this shoe got a lot of court feel, and it's just enough for you not to hurt your forefoot. There's been some shoes that are so low to the ground or just no cushion at all that my forefoot hurts. Okay, like I guess that's a curse and a blessing for having a surgically repaired foot, is me being very sensitive with those stuff. Even without the forefoot zoom, the forefoot in this actually feels comfortable. Even the impact area in the ball of your foot is still protected because of the forefoot cushion right there, which is just regular Phylon, but not a hard Phylon. Now the heel, I can't really speak too much of the heel, even if it does have a zoom bag, because I'm a tiptoe player and I run with my forefoot, man. Like I just don't use my heels. Like out of all my shoes, all my forefoot is the one that's burned out. This shoe doesn't have an outrigger, but it has this area right here to cover. What I don't like actually is the medial portion, because it's separated. And what I mean by that is when I do this, like it's decoupled, like it's not one with the other or continuous construction. So you can actually feel there's when you wear the shoe and you're actually stepping on this side, you can actually feel it. Not so much of a negative, it's just a weird feeling. Now guys, if you're trying to get this shoe, my advice is to fit the shoe first. Make sure the shoe is snug, because this is a one-piece booty construction. And if you've had one-piece booty construction shoes before, you know how this shit works. Like, you're not supposed to have like a free space in the forefoot area. You're supposed to have it snug. Eventually, the shoe or your feet will adjust to one or the other. If it's to a point where it hurts you, or it hurts you because it's too tight and it's too loose because the other size was too tight, then let's face it, shoes is not meant for you. But like I said, this shoe performed really well for me. I actually like these a lot. And when I mentioned earlier that it looked like a shoe that I really love, if you've watched my video or Nightwing's video, like this is one of the best shoes that I have. Kobe 5. This is Kobe 5 of the present. To me, like just from aesthetic and from construction, see, minus that overlapping heel counter and the heel portion, but when you think about it, the ADs also have an internal heel counter that we can't see. The construction of the AD is so close to the Kobe 5s. So we've addressed the traction, the midsole, and the upper of the shoe. So the lockdown and support of the shoe is one of actually the best features of this shoe, especially if you get the right sizing. At a price point of $140, I know a bunch of people are talking about, oh, the materials isn't premium, it doesn't have zoom. You guys fail to remember, it's Nike. Like, you're not gonna get a Mercedes and expecting it to be the price of a Toyota. I know it's a stupid ass comparison, but that's basically what this is paying for a Nike shoe. Not just a Nike shoe, but a Kobe Nike shoe. Okay? I know it sucks, but that's just how Nike is. I don't like it. Alright? I don't freaking like it. Because it's a step down tech wise, although it moves, it feels like Kobe. It doesn't have the premium stuff the usual Kobe has. No carbon fiber, no premium upper materials, but it does feel, does look, it does even, dare I should say, play like a Kobe. That's my personal opinion, my personal experience with the shoe. So there you have it, a material overview and a performance review of the Kobe 80s. I hope you guys like this video. Thank you guys for your support, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace out.